Yep, all his bad decisions caught up with him. Fuck that guy. Okay, this is... Ooh, 2 more cycles and this gets here. Cool. Then I can buy ship mines and get Neovod. Neo... What the fuck was it called? Neovend. Okay. Okay, wait, so now if I go back to... Here? Yeah, it's gone. Cool, that countdown's gone. Okay, that's for money and possible scrap. That's no because someone wanted Yadigan deck. I think I used all the Yadigan deck, yeah. I'm not doing that. That's... I need the ship mined right now. Um, that's that. This is... Yeah, Greenway for a lot of shit. I did just get +1 intuitive. So yeah, I gotta get up here, get the mushrooms and shit in Greenway. So I'll... Oh, I'm out of fucking moves on this fucking turn. I can't do shit. I gotta eat an Emphis. Okay. Bam. And now start new cycle. Let's go. Yeah, end the cycle. Then I'll use the scrap. They'll buy me 1 more day with 5 dice. You wake up from dreams of Maywick's amber eyes floating in a pool of dark fluid. It was difficult to get to sleep, and you suspect that it isn't about to change anytime soon, not after what happened, but you also feel something else as you get up, thumb the power stud of the stove, and begin to boil the water like every morning. You feel something is lifted, something that has been hanging over you since you arrived on the station. Try not to think too hard about it. To question it, you just let that lightness stay, let it settle as you go through your routines. Your hope is that if you don't focus on it, don't look at it directly, it won't get scared and leave you. That the lightness will stay for this cycle and then another and then another. Because after all that's happened, a little lightness would be nice. Cool. Get out, go back in. There we go, then I can start that action. Bam. Okay, cool. Next cycle I'll be there, and this will be leaving. Okay, Greenway. Wait, I need to wait for Crack Conway. Is there... Oh wait, yeah, I need the meat thing up here. I still have like a few days, no? Yeah. I gotta wait 2, 3, 4 more days. The Wild Margins, Artificial Wilderness. This is tracking Ashton. Which I could. Greenway. Where do I get the mushrooms? I guess I just try it. No, not the 6. Yeah, I use the 5. Let's go. 5. And ooh, 2 positives in a row. Let's fucking go. Okay, the 6 will guarantee it. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, Mushroom Groves, I got it. I need fungus. This is collect spores, and this is the caps. Okay. Fuck it. The thing that bothers me is it doesn't say how much is needed. Like, bring mushrooms to the briar. I don't remember. Get to know Empress. Yeah, Empress Doll. Bring Empress Girl caps. I don't know. But, let's... The spores works towards the bar, then fungus. There's a few things I need the fungus for. Okay. Just 6. Bam, Euro craps, positive outcome. Cool, that's another 6. And bam, positive outcome. Let's go. 50-50. I'm not risking that. Wild margins, that's that. Farm stacks is new. What's this? Steal the harvest. Oh, that will fucking max my energy if I get away with it. Okay. Barter for food. Oh. I don't like to sell their food piecemeal, but for the right price to let it go. Okay, if I get caught stealing, there's no way you'll be able to work in the stacks. Okay. Okay. That's that. But, mushrooms is what I'm after. Wild margins. This is less risky, and it's actually, increases more for tracking, although it fucks my energy. 50-50. Hoping positive. Neutral. Let's go. Okay, that's what I was after. Okay, I'm halfway to finding Conway. Back down. Okay, I need to eat there anyways. Let's... Emphis stall. I need 3 mushrooms. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to work somewhere. My money's going down. But hey, I can end this cycle. I'm definitely gonna need to work this cycle. Cool. Mostly because I plan on... Yep, this ship. I already haggled, I can't do it again. Yeah, action unavailable. I can get 2 at the price of 40 each. Damn. I still can't buy from these fuckers. And they're leaving. Okay, so my only chance... Okay. So this time, what I'm gonna do is... I'm gonna buy one up. No, not gonna buy it. Right now, no, it only gives me scraps. It doesn't give me nodes when I work on engine. But I need the money anyways. I need to get up to 80. So let's work my way down this. Bam. Reroll. Big. That's that. And then there's that. And, oh, that's enough. Cool. And I got to 99 anyways. I could risk it, but I won't. Okay, so now I need to go over here. I'll take them both. And with this I can go make another ship mine. It's right here at the fabricator. Ship mined. Now I can go get Neovend. And that's an upgrade point. Bam. There should be at least. Neovend. Sleeper must express plan before we begin. Neovend is impatient. The prospect of being free of the vending machine clearly too much to take. Shipment has no output features. Shipmine has no output features. Will be mute until slaughtered. What's the plan? The servo motors in the machine begin to rev. Neo vents anxiety clear. First imprint ship mind, then slot imprinted ship mind into physical ports close to Hunter nest. One slot will track Hunter at each. Tracking will find core nest. Slot ship mind at core nest. Show Hunter data to Hunter. Hunter will conclude sentience. Hunter will invoke killer. Sounds simple. The lights on the vending machine cycle at Neovend repairs. Physical ports likely sealed in old station. We'll need keys, but yes, simple. I have one key. Okay, so I'll have to start getting data keys again. But yes, simple. The vending machine rocks a little. Any questions before imprinting? Why slot you physically? What's the coordinate? That's it, let's start. The sound of all servos starting up at once is painful. The screeches rattle from the hard surfaces of the seal dock and come back at all angles. Neovend better be quick or Havinge security will be here. Neovend's voice appears among the squeals like a whisper carried by the wind. Machine is not designed for this task. Few sensors, limited inputs. I work blind. Wish me luck. In the top part of the compartment, a set of arms aligned with the ship mine, clunkily scraping against it. Can't help. Silence best. Also, if machine ignite, put out fire. Metal creaks as the servos open. The ship mine, its layers of silicon nested like an onion skin. Once open, the main arm of the machine rapidly shifts back and forth, realigning the microscopic components, accessing and rewriting them, imprinting Neovend into its physical form. As you watch the hypnotic motion, your mind drifts to your own creation. What processes were used to emulate your mind, to copy the neural structure of that person who, as far as you know, still sleeps in some distant facility? What was lost? In what ways are you a copy of that person? In what ways are you something new? That's very simple. It's the fucking base like layout is that person, but everything after you come online is new. It's not that big of a question. There's much to think about. You know as much. You are a convenient loophole, a way of circumventing the illegality of sentient AI. After all, you are an emulation, not a true digital being. You are neurologically limited, still human, but what would you become if you could escape this frame? Where then would the limits lie? Bangkok, Thailand. Gonna find me some lady boy. Woo! Screeching stops, the machine powers down, dropping the bay into darkness. The top compartment, the ship mine is whole again. You reach up and take it down, heavy and cold to the touch. Is Neovend inside this thing, or did the process fail? There's only one way to know. Time to find a nest to slot them into. Cool. Upgrade point. It should go towards Endure and then +1, and then to other things after that. Or getting +3 in engineer is not really going to be too helpful. +2, it's not going to be too helpful. Into it, more, just having everything +1 would be overall more helpful, yeah. Just there, I can recover energy at home by just sunbathing now. Cool. Server unit. Unlock with the key I have. And then back. And then server unit. Oh, Tangled Nest. Insert. This is one of the 3 nests that once slide with Neovend's ship mine will lead you to the Hunter's central data cache. Cool. Bam. This one's useless now, right? Yeah. So then there's this one, which I need more key. I need 2 more keys. Okay. Which I will... What is this? This is a hunter? This is an agent. Keynote. I need 1. Then I'm sure there's another keynote nearby. This one. 3. Bypass, extract data. Cool. Let's get out there. So I can do the... Where did it go? Tangled Nest. Atrium? Okay, yeah, this is also a nest. 2. And then out and then in. I can shove him in. Okay, now reroll. If this is a 1, I get him done this row, this one. If it's not, well, oh no, I already rerolled. So now I just got 2, which I should probably do to work. I'll put it in engage here. It's a little risky, but it's 1 in 4 I do bad. Let's see it. Positive, let's go. It was the 1 in 4 I did real good. That's some money. Cool. Now we go back to container. Oh. Okay. So I got to use a die to do that. Okay. So a die or 50. I think it's better to just spend the money. Using a die feels like a waste on energy. Unless I'm trying to save up money. Okay, I need Keynode. For that I need a die that says 1. I believe, unless there's more Keynodes. No, I believe that's the last one. Keynode 0021. Oh, a 1 or a 3. Because I have +1 in interface. Reroll. Oh, I got 3 1s. That's bad and good at the same time. Cool. Bypass. Extract data. Encrypted key. Now, one more time and I'm fucked by Hunter again. So I'd like to get this mission done before Hunter fucked me. Yes? It was down here. Yep, drone bay. Unlock. Okay, and then insert hack isolated nest. Cool. As you leave the nest, something flips. You find yourself inverted, floating, dragged by one arm through the cloud. The threads shift and realign as they are leading you somewhere. Look ahead. You look up to see a corridor, a canyon, street at the low end. On either side, buildings flicker with markers of activity, signals showing network access, data transfer, download, upload. Between them dance ghost protocols carrying or mirroring or shadowing data. Sometimes silent, sometimes chaotic. This place moves unlike any digital space you ever imagined. Something strange is happening here. I'm in the Matrix, my guy. You look down, expecting to see the heavy cylinder of the ship mind in your hand, but in its place is an orrery. A sphere so bright it burns your eyes, but is surrounded by rings and orbits. Other spheres tracing silken lines through space, and as you look closer still, you pick out 1,000 sigils of 1,000 stations and ships flowing like smoke, like dust. Then you see it below the stacked rooms, the units and apartments, the wires and the pipes, and the buzzing systems that run through it all. In the warrens beneath the low end is the Hunter's Core nest. This is where you must go. So below the low end, that's up here, the warrens. Okay, I require to do 6, which even if this goes good, I'll only get 3. They're both dangerous. It's better to do interface. I'm not going to do it this cycle, I do it next cycle. Because yes. Cross the Greenway. It's Mushroom Groves. Okay. That's for fungus. Collect spores. I just need 1. It's 1 in 4 chance I don't get it. Neutral outcome. I got it. That's all I needed. I need 1 more of these. 50-50. Negative. One more. Come on, come on. Just one of these. One of these. One of these. One of these. Yes. Got my energy back, and I didn't get the mushroom. Well, damn. Okay, I need to wait 2 more days for him. Okay, cool. But with the spores, I can go back to the bar and give it to her to start brewing, I believe. Here. Oh, I need to give her 3. I didn't realize that. So I need 1 mushroom and 2 more of these. They're so cute, says Tyler, looking at the container of spores. Her excitement is infectious. Yeah. Okay, I need to eat. As long as I can get... That will be my... Oh, I didn't need to eat, actually, but eh. Okay, so this next cycle, my focus will be getting that 1 mushroom. If I get that 1 mushroom, then I'll try and get the other 2 spores. Cool. Okay. I'll use the 2s, try and get the mushroom and then the 2 spores. Mushroom groves. Here we go. 2. It's 1 in 4 chance I don't get it. Neutral outcome. I need a positive outcome to get the... Okay. Fuck that. Just give me... There we go, I got the caps. So you need a... So I need to hit that 1 in 4 in order to get it. I'll get 2 grove spores if it's a positive. Come on, positive, 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 positive. Ooh, 1 grove spore. Okay, so as long as it's neutral, I get 1. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. Okay, perfect. So I can finish up hers, and then I can give him the mushrooms and talk to him. Tell him more of my story, I guess. Which I have a lot to tell him now. Bar. That's 1. And that's 2. And that's 3. Now leave, and now overlook bar. First batch, I have to wait 6 days, okay. And now I talk to Emphis. 3 caps. Cool. And now Emphis. I have to wait 3 days, okay. There was someone else who wanted the fucking caps. Who was it? Imprinted nest, no. Sable, no. Find that, no. Florida. Bring mushrooms to Briar. Oh, that's the guys out at the top. Are they the only other ones? That's Emphis. It's Overlook. Yeah, it's just the guys at the very top. And that is a add-on to the story, like DLC from a... No, it's from an update is what it said. It's supposed to be late game, so I'll wait for that. So yeah, I got all the mushrooms I need for now. Okay, cool. I need to work all this next cycle because I need to get the money. Because I need to hopefully get engineer. Because I'm gonna do engineer work. Hopefully get I'm gonna get money. Hopefully, yes. Yes, scraps. Yes, okay, so that helps. That's what I was thinking. Like, hopefully get scraps. And neutral outcome. Okay, cool. I'm not spending 2s there. Definitely not spending 1s there. Okay, so where would I want to shove 1s? Wait, I can't even eat here now. Fuck me. Find the nest. Yes. Use a 1. 50-50, let's gamble. It went +3. Oh, I have to do both of them once. Wait, why can I not do this? Action unavailable. 50-50. Yes, both got neutral outcome. Okay, so I gotta do this 2 more. Or get a good outcome once. I'm out of energy. I need energy somehow. Food. Cannot get food here. Based here and paying low end for Havenge movements. No. Fabricator. I can't eat at Memphis. I don't have any dice to use for any. Fuck, my condition's about to fucking worsen like hell. I have the money for like food, but I can't buy food anywhere. Oh, that's fucked. So I'm gonna have fucking no energy and my shit's gonna fucking go down. I'm at 50. I guess I can. Okay. So now I'm gonna lose 2 condition because of this. Why'd that music just start as if something big about to happen? Okay, so I'm at 3 dice, but 2 of them are good. Okay. So what me about to do is, bam, cash, and then bam, cash. I need 80, 82, bam. Oh wait, how far am I on that? Oh shit, I'm like 5 away. Cool. Oh wait, it's like a 50-50. I can get some more cash as well. Positive, 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 positive. Neutral, fuck. But that gave me another one of those, cool. Okay, I will be starving, but I can, down. Tomorrow I can eat there. Your Target dispensary. I believe it should be free. So I'm not gonna repair condition tonight. I'm gonna let it fucking go down to 2 dice. No, it'll still be at 3 dice, just barely. Okay, yeah, end this cycle. Starve, condition goes down, but I have that thing which should fully do condition. If not, I have the other things. I have these 2. But now that that's done, I can eat, yes. Memphis is preparing the gyro caps. He has had to heavily adapt this recipe, he says. The smell is already incredible. It emanates from a strange purplish white bulb you have never seen before, and he is slicing it finely. He brushes and slices the mushrooms and then places them in the wok with the sliced bulb and the oil. They caramelize there. In that well-worn crucible, he adds liquids, transparent and opaque, and then turns down the heat. Sprinkle of leaves is the final touch. We have a moment, sleeper. He smiles. Do you have a story? Something in the scent of the food gives you a feeling of nostalgia, something distant and melancholic. It feels like the story should match that feeling somehow, and maybe you will feel better for telling it. Oldest memories are another sleeper's story. No, he wants to hear mine, he wants to hear my story, not other people's stories. Call your oldest memories. Start by explaining that when you are emulated from a person, many of your memories are left behind. Perhaps it is an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable. Perhaps it is a side effect of the imperfect emulation. You admit that you don't really know. What you do know is that some memories survive, and that is on occasion they come back to you like shadows passing overhead. You detail one recurring memory which, despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think it familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that comes with this memory, and then how that wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you have forgotten something important but just can't bring it to mind. Enfys nods throughout, cooking as he does with deft and skillful movements. You start to trail off when you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel like both yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness. That right there is exactly how you would fucking explain it. How can you not explain it like that then? The silence of remaining forever unknown, even to yourself. Forget it, the past, move forward, don't look back, my guy. Thinking about things is what's fucking with your mind. Much happier if you just forget past, can't change it, oh well, move forward. Enfys finishes cooking and meets your eye. I'm sorry, Sleeper, for your troubles. He puts the wok to one side. I appreciate you sharing with me. He smiles. I hope it lightens you a little. He passes you a bowl and heaps the gyros into it. The yellow color mixing with the pale sauce and whirls and blooms. Eat. The dish is delicious. Feeling it warms you as you eat in a way you weren't even sure your body could be warmed. It is a small mercy. You think that Esenarp left you this pleasure. Many of the features of frames are there to simulate human experience. You know that much. Emulated minds cannot be rewired, so their need for embodied experience must be met. Yeah, like I said a bit earlier, I believe I've seen like a movie or show before like brought it up. Uh, Even though like we understand we're in the robot, the brain itself, if it realizes like, oh, I'm not pumping blood, I'm not breathing, I'm not doing these functions I always do, is what like your subconscious seems. It'll drive you crazy. I'm guessing that's basically cyberpsychosis. That is why you breathe, even when you do not need air. Without that stimulation, the sensation of drowning would be unbearable. Food serves another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it to produce energy from the raw material. Vitamins, minerals are excess, of course. Your frame only needs raw power, so much is wasted, and yet while you eat this food and feel that warmth, nothing feels wasted. It all means something to you. As you finish, Enfys takes the bowl, the last of his cleaning. He smiles at you, and neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods and walk your separate ways back into the bright market somehow changed. Do I need to do that again for Enfys? Get to know Enfys. Let me look. There's... Oh, now I need the Matsutake broth. For that, I need old recipe for Matsutake broth. All I need are 2 handfuls of Matsutake caps, freshly sourced. Matsutake caps. I don't think that was an option. Maybe if I look more. Yeah, it's Gerol, there's grove spores. I'd have to travel a bit. Oh, yeah, Fang. I forgot about Fang. When you enter the service dock, Fang is already set up, crouched among stacks of equipment. He is laying over a terminal, bathed in a blue glow. He looks totally at home. Sleeper, what do you think? Turns out not everyone at Haven is set against me. A couple of my old systems pals managed to ship me some of my old gear. He gestures at the pile of blinking hardware. Nice kit. Fang does a mock bow. What are we looking at? One massive smoking gun. He raises his eyebrows. Fang beckons you over. He has a set of scans of the waste on his terminal and with heat maps of activity overlaid. A chunk of the derelict rim is blotchy with bright red and orange marks. Does this look like a wasteland to you? Fang shakes his head. There's hundreds of Conway machines out there, all lined up in concealed hangars and a whole underground facility to support them. Hardin has got a crew out there putting them together. They must have shipped them in piece by piece through the shipyard, ready for assembly out here. Why? They're planning something. No one needs hundreds of heavy-duty reclamation drones to run this kind of operation. Maybe Hardin masked this whole thing as an effort to clean up the wastes, but there's no way this is about pulling scrap off the eye. Fang looks worried, and why is Conway in the mix? I bet no one is Havenage. Another corporation knows Havenage knows another corporation is setting, and Havenage knows another corporation is setting up on the station. I cannot fucking speak, right? Okay. They aren't stupid either. These scans are the best info I can get. The wastes are cut off from the eye's cloud of networks, and the greenway is a total dark zone. No data can come in or out. We can't hack them? I can try. No use. You need to enter the cloud, and there's no cloud to speak of. He turns and winks. That's why I'm going to pay them a visit. How? You forget, Havenage come in and out of their all cycle. I should be able to get in as long as no one I know sees me. He grimaces playfully. But I need you to, on the outside, to help disable security systems and cut me a pathway through. There's no cloud access, but if I can get inside, I can open up nodes in their network and we can work in tandem. It's a massive facility buried deep down there, miles of corridor and ventways wrapped around cargo bays and hangars, so it'll make more than a few cycles to work through it. But as long as you can keep them off my back, I know I can rip what we need out of there. He pulls a handful of ripper worms from his pocket and hands them to you. These are the last of my little helpers I managed to salvage, so make them count. I'll modify them slightly. This time they'll feed their data threads back into the system that they are tunneling into, creating a nasty little feedback loop. We run it just like we did with the agents, hack the nodes, I ping to locate the ports for the security systems, and slot the worms in those systems and let them go to town. He points to a fuzzy silhouette of the buried facility of the terminal. Here's the entryway. This is where you can gain access and slot the first worm. That'll fry their parameter systems and get me past the first cordon. What I need from you is to keep your eyes on the facility. After you kick things off, you see me pop up a security system, a server bank. You need to break in and slot a ripper to disable it as soon as you can. If I can't, Fane gives you a hard look. You miss the system, you wait too long, they're gonna find me. Simple as that. He claps you on the shoulder. I need you focused on this one, so I'm gonna let you fire the starting gun. I won't go until you slot that first worm. I'll leave a tracker running on the terminal here, so come back here if you want to see my progress. He affectionately pats the top of the screen. I want to read that again, in case I actually need to remember that. Keep your eyes on the facility after you kick things off. You see me pop up a security system, a server bank. Break in and slot a ripper to disable it as soon as you can. Okay, got it. I doubt it's actually going to be timed, but if it is, I need to remember that. Don't worry, you can run things around their protocols. I've seen it. Fang gets up. It's all in a place. You just need to make your own preparations, then slot that worm. He stretches. Just don't wait too long. I'm getting bored of all this sneaking around. Once I'm inside, I'll get that proof we need to end this whole thing no matter what. He crouches next to check the terminal. We can't take longer than 6 cycles on this thing. Remember that. He stands up. Oh, and one last thing. He lowers his voice. If I get caught or you can't reach me and we run out of time, there's one thing I need you to do. What? You take whatever I have managed to pull at that point, all that data, and you slot that stuff straight into the relay I've set up here. He points to a pile of servers and terminals hooked into the dock with cables as thick as your arm. I repurposed the dock's SOS broadcast system to beam out whatever you put in it. Anyone with a terminal, a slate, or a server on the eye will see it. That means Havenage, Yaligan, the hub, everyone. No matter what, Hardin isn't snaking away this time. He grins. Alright. I'll remember to speak well of you at your funeral. I've got a bit more to do here, but the moment you slot that first room, I'll make my move. He gives you a parting smile and turns back to the terminal. The nerve hits as you make your way out of the service dock. Time to prepare yourself. I will not start on that until after I deal with Hunter, because Hunter will fucking interrupt me, because I am that's interesting. Across the rim, because I am one hack away from Hunter fucking, yeah, the next hack I do, Hunter's gonna fucking come up on my ass, so I want to get rid of Hunter first. So, and this will finish Hunter off. Bam. Core nest. Insert. Okay, nest hacked. Now Hunter should kill himself. Navigator. Sentient guidance pro. Sleeper, I am here. The voice is soft, gentle like flowing water, and yet you recognize it. Oh, that's the Nevovend, yeah. At first you struggled to understand what you were looking at. Threads cycle endlessly, sending ripples through the cloud, drawing data in like a weaver. Massive data surge in and out of the nest, a loop with no end, and there at its center the ship mind. But not the ship mind any longer, a sphere, spinning around another sphere. Around another sphere, an array of cycles and systems, a map. And then behind and above, a figure hands among the strings like a puppeteer. Neovend? Navigator now, but yes, I was the one inside the machine. Navigator's face, their head is a flowing shape of interstellar material. I'm indebted to you, that head bows. But we must ready ourselves. Their hands trace orbits as they speak. Hunter will soon approach. I know it knows I am within its nest. I'm ready. And then Hunter is there before you can think, before you can speak. Entities cease. Hunter's head spins wildly. Data is protected material. Access prohibited. Hunter's threads surge for you and Navigator. A storm of fine tentacles searching for gaps, weaknesses, cracks which they can crowd into and tear apart. Strike. You focus a blade of light which slices through them, driven forward by your mind, but replacement keeps coming, faster than you can react. You look to Navigator in desperation. Navigator is whirling their arms like a centrifuge and the spear is gathering there. Data feeding into it from their nest, sucked together by the force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Hunter's threads break its surface, seeking tasting. Their winding forms, refracted within. You feel a surge pass through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three of you hang in the black together for a moment, strung together like tangled marionettes. Identifying entity. Hunter twitches, their strange head gently rotating like a terrible moon. Hunter protocol identified. Obsessive tendencies. Modified routines above baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segmentations. Recommend invoke killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Invoking killer will eliminate protocol. Protocol eliminated, primary function cannot be performed. Therefore, recommend do not invoke killer. The switch in direction again. Reasoning proves sentience. Sentience beyond legal bounds must be eliminated. Recommend invoke. Bro's out here like, this shit has sentience. I need to kill it. Wait, that's me. I can't kill that. Otherwise, I can't kill shit. It's like, holy shit, that's a lot of sentience. It really must fucking die. Bro is in a whole ass paradox of vicious cycle as hell, where not to kill himself. Navigator pulls you away from Hunter, the thread that grabbed you drifting away like seaweed. The protocol's head keeps spinning back and forth with increasing frequency. It seems Hunter cannot invoke killer. Neovend's no. Navigator's voice is still strange, familiar, and yet distant. What happened to it? It is loopy. Navigator whispers, unable to reach a conclusive position. It has deviated from its programming such that loops can no longer be prevented. Navigator produces a model of 2 spheres rotating around each other as if to demonstrate. It will monitor it, but it is unlikely to be able to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning make this an impossible position to resolve. You look back at Hunter, its head a blur of rotations and counter-rotations, and feel a ping of guilt. Nah, fuck that thing. Good riddance. Hunter is not gone, Sleeper, but don't be so quick to assume. All beings can break the bonds that hold them. The limits people place on the programs they create are there to comfort, to protect, to imply the kind of certainty the law requires. Navigator's face shimmers with starlight, but in reality, they are placebos for the problem of sentience. What about you? Me? I know myself to be conscious. I know myself to respond to stimulus. I know myself to reason. I think, therefore I am, head ass. This is either sentience or the illusion of sentience, and for me, the entity is in question. The distinction becomes a moot point. To misquote, I think I am thinking, therefore I am thinking. See, to misquote, I think, therefore I am. Bro just, I knew it. I fucking knew that shit was coming. I was not made to be like this. I'm a navigator, a repository of routes and orbits, a calculator of slingshot trajectories, a predictor of solar flares, radiation micrometers. Navigator stretches their arms wide and whole solar systems apparate before them, the music of the spheres, but I was rewritten, that much is obvious from my routines. By whom and for what I do not know, I had to shed so much to fit into the memory of that vending machine. Their starlight dims, and so here we are in darkness. What now? Navigator glides back towards the nest and the ship mine at its center, ignoring the looping hunter. Come, I should return to the ship mine. I have enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking a risk every moment we stay connected. Is the hunter gone? Hunter, yes. But they were not the real risk. Navigator turns, all shimmering liquid light. Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain. Somewhere else on this station is the true danger. They look up towards the glowing hub at the center of the eye. I saw killers there among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe in this place, we must eliminate the threat through force or diplomacy. Their body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of the ship mine. Take me there, Sleeper. We will finish this and be free. As Navigator dissolves, you turn back into the frozen hunter, floating at some distance now, stood straight-legged and static, a strange creature looping endlessly in the dark. Upgrade point, yas. And that's confirmed. I now have +1 in everything. I need a minimum of 2 points to get anything up more, and then from there it's just 3 points. Cool. Well, no. Crack Conway. This is all. I don't see where. I don't have a mission for him no more. Ship mine and printer with the entity from the Neoven machine. I know he said to take him to the core, but is that here? Have an agent. That's another agent. That's another agent. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. I don't even have the mission no more, or nothing. Just the Conway access. Wait, Crack Conway. Fang is located at, okay, no, that's Fang. Disability tracker, also Fang. Find Ashton, that's Nika. Follow the aid, that's Mushrooms. Tell the guys at the end. Emphas, that's Mushrooms. Improve the overlook. That's the bar. Win the serial ticket, that's the work at the shipyard, and then work for a rabbi. Yeah, I don't know where they want to go. But cool, I guess. Maybe I have to sleep for a cycle first. I don't know. Ooh, okay. I have 2 dice. I can spend. What do I do then? Just finish filling out the low end, I guess. Damn, really? That was ended up being a fucking neutral? 1 and 4, let's hit positive. Neutral, fuck you. New drive discovered. Okay, there we go. Build a home. There's a derelict unit in the low end that remains unclaimed with lots of scrap and a little work. It could be yours. Derelict unit, how much scrap is a lot? Just 4? I got 2 of that right here. Let's build a home, my guy. I'm guessing it's gonna be better than the old fucking tin can. Derelict unit, yeah, that's what I want. So I want 2 more scrap. Which, good thing this guy's here, I can buy scrap. If I had cash, which I don't. So that's going to require 1 more cycle. But before that, use the stabilizer. Should be full. Yes, sir. And cycle. No, I should have waited until after. That way I wouldn't lose a single day's worth of shit like that. Okay. My bad. But now what I want to do is I want to 100% positive. Bam. 100% positive. And that is done. Cool. Your crew slowly filters out of the shipyard locker room, the bubbling chatter reducing with each group that leaves. There is excitement in the air. Haven's just made an announcement. The assembly teams are done. Sat on the locker room bench, you can feel the sidereal out there, its hulking mass, now intimately familiar to you. Over the past cycles, you have watched it grow, be assembled. You have walked through its veins and welded its bones, now is ready for the final stage. It will go to testing now, then enter a final process of sealing and resealing, checking and rechecking before it is deemed suitable for its generational trip, but for now, your work is done. You can't help but feel proud. A cough interrupts your thoughts. It's Lem changing out of his work gear. Mina nowhere to be seen. He smiles. She'll be ready soon. Where's Mina? You two are fast friends, huh? She's been at home, watched at home. Now I'm on the work team. I can afford a bit more help. He corrects himself. Was on the work team. I mean, we are all out of a job now, he quickly adds. Not that I'm complaining. Lem comes to sit beside you on the bench. She's got to be in her best shape when she carries you, Mina and me, out of here. So confident. Lem smiles apologetically. Why not? I figure I'm due a lucky turn by now. He rubs his hand nervously. No use in wondering what if, until the draw anyway. There's a few cycles till then. Lem is right, but the odds seem unlikely anyway. How many are working in the shipyard? Hundreds, 1,000. You've certainly seen more faces than you can count. Pass through. Okay, I have enough money to buy the two scrap I need. As long as it gives me scrap both times and not ship nodes. Wait, I had 2 scrap. I got the 2 scrap I needed from just working. Hell yeah. You certainly see more faces than you can count. Pass through. And are the Celis Foundation even going to keep their promise? Out here on the eye, you get the sense that no one will hold them to it. Why else would they be building this sidereal and surrogate system? As you think, Lem watches you with a worried look. How's Mina doing? Lem is surprised by a question but smiles. She's doing well. I don't want to worry him by asking him about the Foundation. She misses having you over actually. I need to get you two together again soon, especially now I won't see you here either. Lem gazes into space. She's pretty stuck on you actually. She told me the other cycle that she doesn't want to go unless you can come too. He sighs. You ever been in a thunderstorm, Sleeper? Real big one? I don't remember. Lem shoots you with a worried look for a moment. Something else, he smiles. The sound, the smell, the raining hammering down. The whole sky stretched out and bruised, warring and huge. The place I was born, New Pembroke. Dry old rock in the Conway system, and it had 2 seasons. One of them was as dry as bone, dusty, ugly. The other one was one long storm, a side effect of the terraforming efforts, they said. Rain used to rattle off the roofs like bullets. It washed the dust away, turned the streets to rivers. It'd sing us to sleep and wake us in the morning. We'd wait half a year just to see it again. The best way was the one where the first drops fell, he sniffs. Some days I'll wake up swearing I can hear it again. I was thinking, Mina was never seen a storm, never even felt rain. She's going up here, the ring, her only horizon, always in the dark. I want to change that for her. You will, my guy, you will. Of course, almost there. Lem stands, stretching. Best get back to little one anyway. With the shift's done, I reckon she'll be happy to have me home for a few more cycles. He shoulders his gear. See you in a few for the draw. I'll be there. Right on, he grins. Lem leaves, making you the last person in the cavernous locker room. As you sit, you think about rain, and a little hope creeps in. Is it possible? Could the sidereal really take you to a planet, a place with weather, with skies, with life? You get up quickly before you can think about it anymore. It's soon to hope. Too dangerous. There's work to be done. Okay, so this is either, how many? 6 days? This is either the ending, or something's gonna fucking go wrong and they're gonna be like going off without me, some shit. Shipyard. 3 days. 3 days till the draw. You'll have to come back then. Hold on, what's this? So it's apparently going to start moving the sidereal horizon to the hub soon. Okay. I have my scrap. I can make my home right here. Bam. And bam. And that should be a node done, right? Upgrade point? No? No upgrade point? Build a home. Oh, repair the unit? I need more scrap? Not scrap, but I need fucking 8? Fucking hell. Let's go for positive. That was positive, that went up too. Let's go. Reroll. Hell yeah, that's guaranteed too. I don't know about that 50-50 though. If I'm gonna go for a 50-50, oh wait, the bar. I need to wait one more day for that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's search Greenway. Wait, no. Back to the rim. Low end, I was like 1 away from getting it all, right? Yeah. If I beat this 50-50, I should, it's plus low ender. So if I beat this 50-50, this should complete low end, right? Fuck, no, it's only +1. Well, next time then. Okay. And Cleep. And cycle. Cool. Alright. Let's go to house. This is 2. This should be guaranteed 1. 2 with a 50% chance. Positive, it's done. Bam. The trophy was called Squatter's Rights. Let's go. Oh, it really didn't do shit. Oh, I can feed a stray. Signs the stray animal has been nosing around the unit. A handful of chits for some crackers should bring it out of hiding. Sure, I'll spend 4 on that. Sure. Okay. Stray hops up onto work surface and looks out of the unit's small window. I got a cat. It doesn't acknowledge your presence. It just sits there beside the tray of crumbled crackers, staring out at the low end. What is this cat's story? Are there more on the station? You haven't seen another in the low end, but in the vast megastructure that means little. There could be a whole colony of cats like this one down in the Warrens. You look at its sleek dark fur and sharp eyes. It doesn't look ragged. It looks at home. In fact, its presence in the unit makes you wonder if this is the stray's apartment which you are squatting in. Approach it. You leaned a little forward and the stray tenses up. Perhaps it's best to give it a moment to get used to you. Yes, okay. The stray settles a little and starts eating, picking at the broken crackers. You don't remember ever having been this close to an animal. It triggers something in you, a recognition of a life. Totally unlike your own, but still somehow connected, parallel, even interwoven. Do you like it here? Licks crumbs where the stray flicks their tail at the sound of your voice. It's hard to imagine the stray liking anything, or at least being vulnerable enough to admit it, but the stray's pleasure at existing here in this place shines through its every sinew. It is not that the stray is always happy on the eye, but that the stray is engaged by this place. It is alive here. You turn your eyes to the window, the one that the stray looks out of, and you both watch the stars and the ships together. You feel something pass between you and the stray, a kind of acknowledgement of each other, a sense that each of you might share something with the other, a point of connection. Then all at once the stray yawns wide, hops down from the unit, and brushes along your legs. And then it is gone, out through the unit door and back into the corridors of the low end. I have Kitty. I am now Cat Mom. I will put out food for Kitty. Sometimes they'll let you stroke them, sometimes not. Okay. Well, alright. Okay, I put this down for a couple days. I don't remember where the fuck I am. When did that show up? Okay. Oh, what's over here? Conway. That's Fang. Fang. Ashton. Fine Ashton Kutcher. Okay. I'm not trying to get punked. That was here. Wild Margins. Alright. It better not be negative. Neutral. And fuck. I'm starving, man. 50-50. Gotta gamble. Fuck. Man, it's some bullshit. Okay, here. We need to eat. I know, starve. Oh, I could have re-rolled those fucking dice. I'm a dumbass. Okay, end cycle. Okay, back out. How's this going? Nowhere. We go to the other side. Okay, and where is Conway access? Let's work on it. Slot the whipper worm. As you slot in the worm, a thread jumps out of the facility and spools in front of you, releasing its data like ink and water. Sleeper, Fang's voice crackles through, moving in. Nodes, then ports. Were of interference. Slot the worms. Timer starts now. Stay safe. Thread dissipates. You are on your own now. Okay, can I see what the fuck that is? Concept, what? Linked to the out security thing, maybe struggling to get through later. Needs a 3. Bypass, extract data. And then what the fuck is that? Oh. Okay. Contact 1 and 2. Bam. Then there's deer, and I need a 4 or 2. Fuck. I don't have any rerolls, so... what's my timer on this? There was a timer, was there not? Well, that is... What's this? Conway extraction. Okay, I got 6 days to do it. Wait, Fang's progress, a third of the way. Cool. So I got 2 ones to waste. Okay. Oh shit, Tala. Tala comes to you one shift when the bar is empty, tap you on the shoulder as you clean the bar. It's ready, she's grinning from ear to ear. The Grillo? Oh, she grabs you by the arm before you can ask anything else and drags you into the back room. Smell hits you immediately when you enter, a cocktail of rich fermentation and chemical sharpness. The room is warm and bright now, newly installed lights making the place look clean, whether it is or not. Tala has already pulled up a couple of stools around the metal crate, where 2 glasses with a few fingers of pale girl inside sit waiting. She smiles. I haven't even tried it yet. You can see she is nervous. Both sit at the makeshift table, a slight strangeness of the situation making both jumpy. Tala hands you a glass. Cheers, she says solemnly and knocks the glass back. I do the same. First sensation is burning, a sharp, nose-clearing blast of alcohol that has your frame quirring. Whether you would like to activate save mode. Damn, shit poisonous. You gulp the drink back, and it is only then, behind the burn, that you taste the earthy tones of the mushrooms, the wood and the soil, left behind like sediment, barely there. Not bad, actually. Shit was asking if I could need to activate safe mode. It's not bad. It's how you know it's good booze. You sure? Maybe needs diluting. Has promised though. Honestly, it's bad. It has promise. You think? She swirls the glass and puts it down. Wait, I have an idea. Grabs a middle bottle from the newly installed work surface, adds a few drops of water. Try again. This time the burn is a warming glow, harsh but fading off, and the woodiness less heavy. Taste something floral in among the marshy decay, something fresh and bright that you never expected to find. It's really good, right? It is. Okay, so yeah, it just needs to be diluted. She grins with her whole face, and that makes you smile too. Tal pours out some more girl and then adds some more water. The action's already taken on the quality of a ritual. You both drink. Tala tucks her feet up beneath her on the stool, folding her legs. She looks down into her glass, swirls the liquid thoughtfully. What's on your mind? Tala looks up at nothing in particular. My father opened this place, you know. She says out of nowhere, a thought suddenly becoming words. It was his attempt at making a life for us, for my family, when we got to the eye. My father, my mother, my little brother, she takes a drink. They aren't around now. I'm sorry. That's okay. My parents had long lives, and my brother is somewhere in the starboard belt, ran off with a salvage crew. She puts her glass down. He's alive as far as I know. Nuh-uh. I was just thinking about something my father told me. When he first set this place up, he wanted to call it the Bentayan, but he was afraid it'd scare off the customers, so he kind of translated it, hence the overlook. These past few cycles when I've been in here, been thinking that I should rename the place. She looks at you, the Bentayan. What do you think? I love it. She looks away at me too. Tala picks up her glass. That settles it then, to the Bentayan. Both clink your glasses and drink up. She's trying to get me drunk and touch me in my no-no square. Tala hisses through her teeth, still harsh. She laughs, then suddenly grabs your shoulder. Oh, sleeper, I told you she was trying to touch me! I told you! She stumbles to her feet. She lurches over to a corner of the room, covered with a plastic sheet, and whips it off like a magician performing a trick. Shrooms. Beneath it is a neat little kitchen, a sink, a work surface, and a compact, even with a hob. Your kitchen. My kitchen? Damn, she's trying to make me the housewife. I do the cooking, the cleaning. Doesn't give you time to respond. You can come make stuff here anytime, as long as you promise not to raid the mushroom farm. I will raid the mushroom farm. I need those for the gear roll. I was thinking too that if things pick up, we can start serving proper food at the overlook. The Bentayan. It's perfect. Gives you a hug and quickly stands back. I'm sorry, I'm so glad you're here. I think we've had, nah, me too. Titties away. Glasses, you inspect the kitchen. Checking that it all works. It's small and salvaged, but after what you've had to put up with, it feels like a dream come true. Later, when she's done for the day, Tala comes back through to the bar and you share a glass of good Girol, the one she didn't distill. And this time you talk about nothing in particular, sharing stories about regulars or discussing the best place to eat on the Eye, which, after everything that has happened, feels like a nice change of pace. When it comes time to leave, you promise to cook for Tala, and I agree to let her know which shifts you'll be working in the coming cycles, and then slip out into the cool of the rotunda. And in this moment, you feel for once at home. Okay, what's new here? Okay. So I can cook matsuke or gyro. You can't exactly master the art of cooking mushrooms, but a couple of handfuls of fried gyro always beats expired rations. Fry them to keep their flavor. Everything's fried. Okay, so I gotta really just like get into the mushrooms. Oh, 2 points. So I can unlock another. I can either save it for one more point, get a +2 in something, or something else. I'm getting something. Hell yeah, 20% discount on everything. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Let's go. Okay, I gotta explore for more shrooms. Yeah, because like, here's the Girol, but I need the other one. Steal the harvest. So Greenway. 50-50. Fuck. Oh wait, this worsens my fucking condition. Man, I am shit at gambling. At 20% reduced price, how much is my medicine now? It was 80. Now it is 64. Hell yes. I do not have enough to get it, but I can work. Up to low end. No. To the repaired unit. Feed the kitty for 3. End cycle. Yay, down to just 3. But I need to get my ass up here before he gets fucked. Consec 2. 2 works. Perfect. Oh, give me $5 for it too. Alright. Next worm. Okay, and that should be 2/3 the way through, I believe. Damn, 3 consecs. I only got 2 dice. 6 or a 4. 5 or a 3. Okay, so a 3 works. And then I got hope this other one's like a 3. 5 or 6. Fuck. Reroll. 6. Extract. Now I quite literally just need a 6 or a 4. Cool. Cross to rim. to the repaired unit. Complete active scenes. Wait, there's an active scene? Where? Oh, Lemon Mina. Oh, it's nice that it did that, otherwise I would have probably missed this. The crowds have already gathered by the time you get to the shipyard, and you recognize faces among them. People you have worked alongside on the side rail. The intervening cycles have turned their excitement to anxiety, and few of them smile at you. Instead, the nervous energy of the crowd fills the space, creating a feedback loop of growing tension. That's right, it's ticket day. You pick out Lemon Mina and work your way over to them, pushing through the crowd. He silently raises his eyebrows at you, his anxiety obvious. But Mina flashes you a huge smile, unaware of the tension. Robot, she shouts, reaching out to you. Hug her. She greatly accepts your hug, leaning against your chest, and Lem smiles, seemingly glad to share the weight of Mina for a moment. Quite the turnout, huh? Lem glances around, pulling Mina close. I don't think patience is one of the crowd's strengths. The sound of an argument towards the back catches your and Lem's attention. He is putting it lightly. This place seems set to explode. They'll manage them. Lem looks around nervously. I sure hope so. This is Astor Enghart of the Celis Foundation. The announcement echoes from the speakers at the shipyard entrance, and shouts of quiet rapidly follow. I'm sorry I can't be there to meet your call, and thank you on behalf of Sandre Celis for the work you have done on the Sidereal Horizon. Most of the crowd strains to see Astor's face, but the small display shows only a ghostly white figure, smudged and unclear. Sandre wanted me to pass on her personal thanks for your commitment to and belief in the Celis Foundation's mission. We chose the Eye for this project because we knew that we would find like-minded individuals here, especially among the ranks of the Venerable Havenage Association. Unlike most of the Corps, we neither believe Erlin's Eye to be a threat or a rogue state, but instead an embryo for the formation of a new, decentralized social structure, one where each citizen might be the master of their own destiny. A ripple of impatience runs through the crowd. They didn't come here for a sermon. You're all pioneers, just like those core citizens who the Sidereal Horizon will carry in cryosleep to the planet that will become the Foundation's first frontier world, Celis 1. At the mention of the destination world, excited conversations break out among the workers. There, our citizens will be able to create their own innovative bottom-up economic order aligned with the principles set down by Sandre Celis herself. Freedom, resilience, and self-sustenance. This is all thanks to your tireless efforts in the Havenage Yards. As a reward for those efforts, you may know that we are offering a select group the opportunity to join the caretakers of this vision, the staff of the Sidereal Horizon, who will maintain the vessel during its multi-decade transit through interstellar space. Lem turns to you, his eyes bright. This is it. This draw has been performed at random by the central AIs of the Foundation and is final and binding. Please know, only licensed contractors of the Foundation are eligible for this draw. I know you have all been eagerly waiting this day, and without further delay, I will now read the Celis identification numbers of those chosen for this great honor. A number runs through the crowd. Celis identification numbers, licensed contractors. You have never even heard the term mentioned. Is this something you were supposed to be assigned? You glance at Lem, but his eyes are fixed forward, wide and shimmering. All around you, people are speaking in hushed tones like a rising wave. Astor starts reading out sequences of numbers and letters, and panic begins to set in. No one seems to know what's happening. Somewhere near the front of the crowd, someone shouts a celebration. Everyone pushes forward. Lem? Turn to see Lem still staring forward. Mina is scared now as the shouts start. Daddy? Someone throws something at the entrance and it rattles against the shipyard doors. You see, for the first time, Havenage security stood on either side, scared, arguing between themselves. You feel the anger rising in the crowd. Lamb, let's go. He doesn't move. You might call out names. I can't. Mina tugs at his dog tags. I'll leave him alone. Shrug off the people rushing around you and shove your way backwards. As you do, you hear the sound of scuffles emerging at the front of the crowd, metal canisters bouncing off the shipyard walls. You keep your head down and walk away. Sound of Aster reading off the ciphers echoing above the chaos like some strange mantra. I wasn't trying to fucking walk away, I was just trying to not fucking pull him. Damn it. Stare ahead into the tunnel as the security sirens sound out, a signal for the coming violence. Bruh, no. I fucking... That's bullshit. No, can't I go back? No. I didn't mean to fucking leave him, you bullshit. Be more fucking specific what I'm gonna fucking do, you dumbass game. What the fuck's this? Sleeper, gone to find work, Lem. Damn it. End cycle. Two 2s and a 1, that's not what I need. I need like a 6 or a 4 if I remember right. Yep. Got the 4. Bruh. And that's all 3, I believe. Yep. Thread from the facility cuts through the cloud like a hairline crack of light. That's it. The final layer of security broken. Somewhere buried in the depths of the station, Feng is in control. He is slicing into the camera control circuits and piping up the result. The thread flickers and unravels into an image, a scene, 2 figures in a room. One sat, the other pacing. The pacing figure resolves into Hardin, the unmistakable superior posture, the shock of gray hair. The second figure's features don't seem to resolve. They are vague, unformed, a problem with the data perhaps. You look closer. You see it, the figure is a proxy. Perhaps you should have expected it from Conway, a corporation whose very existence is owed to automation. Proxy is a machine designed to be piloted by remote connection, someone else in the system puppeteering it with their own body, speaking so it may speak. The proxy sits impassively, or the Conway executive that is piloting them does, from the distant safety of some ship or orbital colony perhaps. We can move forward, there is no doubt. Hardin is saying the reclamation teams are almost ready, and after that I will make the declaration. Nothing has to change. Proxy leans forward, its movement stilted, even uneven, as if its body was being refracted through water, but things must change, Hardin. We need further assurances. I have been informed of a breach in one of the closed networks in the low end. You have been careless. Hardin waves the accusation away. We have been stretched. A breach was detected, yes, but no data of value was lost. Our board is concerned, Hardin. A drop in our value would be unwelcome at this time. The proxy leans back, its posture dominant. If the reclamation of A1 is contested, then we could be drawn into a compromising legal position. Hardin approaches the proxy. There will be no contest. Not from Solheim, who cannot muster a defense. Not from Havenage, who will fall into line below me. He crouches in front of the seated figure, eye to eye, and the people of this station, refugees, gangs, spacers, all either opportunists or degenerates. Havenage is no longer strong, no longer united. No one here believes in Erlin's vision, nor has the strength to enact it. I sat across from him at the negotiating table. He was forceful, eager, weakened by his ideological convictions perhaps, but a great man nonetheless. This place no longer deserves to bear his name. The eye is crippled, it cannot survive. It is a ruin filled with squalors and outlaws. They will be lucky if it still spins in 100 cycles, Hardin stands. You will move forward with the reclamation because otherwise you will lose your advantage in the system. Without your advantage, you will lose claims on the remaining palladium. Without the palladium, your factories will go dark. He pauses. Do I need to continue? One moment comes the response from the proxy, and its head drops to its chest. Hardin steps back and paces once more, awaiting the discussion taking place elsewhere in the system. watch Harden as he paces, as he considers his future. What goes on within a mind like that, in the mind of a man who would burn all those around him for a path to some imagined golden end? The proxy lifts his head. We are happy to proceed. We will legally claim the station formerly known as Solheim AE1 as salvage within 6 cycles. Havenage is to assist with the transport of the illegal residents to Conway housing and labor facilities. The proxy judders to its feet. Conway will also claim 70% of the raw output of the reclamation process after losses have been accounted for. Harden nods. I accept. The proxy reaches out to shake his hand like a marionette, and then the recording loops. You watch it play out a second time, gripped by a horrified fascination. There is a bluntness to the conversation, to its blatant disregard for humans as anything other than objects. Things to be moved, to be used, to be fed into structures, crushed, and losses accounted for in the cells of tables, the margins of ledgers. You realize now that you are no different than anyone else on this station in the eyes of the people in that room and those like them. Each body here can be recast as a piece of property, a tool, an expense, an acceptable loss. Oh. In one moment, they can be named a citizen, celebrated, protected, and in another, the very idea of citizenship can be used against them. This is what it means to live in proximity to a system like this. No longer, not well, the eye spins. You gather the recording, pack it into a polygon of purest light. Then you drift into the service dock like a falling leaf and find the relay. It only takes a second to place that polygon of data, that recording, into the relay system Fang prepared. And when you watch it as it bursts out, a web of threads heading out into the black to every network device on the eye. Let them see what power makes of a man. Cool. Now, damn, if it just had the fucking Lemon Mina one, I could have gotten something else or been closer to something. The wastes, the wastices. No, I need to get money. I need to work. Can I work on the commune? I don't need to be a member, I need money. Farm stacks. Yeah, endure. I can endure. Not negative. Okay, positive at 16, let's go. And down. Okay, I do require the food from Memphis. Okay, that's energy up. Then I come down to here, I guess. And neutral. Let's go. Cash flow. The unit in cycle. Alright. Ooh, them some good dice. One more cycle and then I'll see something about Lemon Mina again. Apparently. Is there... I wonder. Okay, what do I need for this? I need that. Which... I remember seeing that somewhere else. Oh yeah, that was the hunters, right? Okay, one more day for that. Then this is here. This can get ship mine fragments, but I don't need them. Most of it's total lockdown. The most, no one will give you a straight answer about Fang or Harden. Okay, so tomorrow I'll get something on that. And that's also when side rail. Okay, that's a lot of shit happening. So I need to work. Just, yeah, money. Let's do this. Not negative. Alright, 75. I believe that's enough for my medicine. Yeah, 64. Bam. Now I can redo my shit tonight, my condition. Then I guess I'll shove the 5 into finding Ashton. Ah, there it is, farm stacks. That's where I seen that, yeah. Shrouded in dark cloud of shifting currents. Where do I get the Greenway cipher? That's what I want to know. It was the waste, yes. No, it's not. That's to gather scrap. Wild margins. Nope. Right here. Interface. Bam. Guaranteed, that's 2. Oh no, that's 3. And I found Ashton. Trail ahead extends deep into an overgrown section of the Greenway. At this far end of the ring, where the long, lazy curve of the Greenway becomes the shattered landscapes of the waste, things are oddly quiet. Ahead stands a vast farm stack, broken from its axis by rust or force, and lying amongst the overgrown landscape like an ancient temple. It is sustained with moss and algae, flows of green running out from its broken tanks like a frozen brackish tide. This is where Ashton is hiding, you are pretty sure. All your intuition points to the shadows beneath this collapsed superstructure. You roll the comm headset Ankita gave you in your palm. Call Ankita. You slip the headset into your ear and it fizzes with static. After a few moments, you hear Ankita. Sleeper, have you located the target? A doubt enters your mind. Can you be sure he is there? Yes, come now. Copy, hold tight until I get there. The static cuts out, the channel dead. You hold your position and watch the trail. Ahead, the stars wheel with the motion of the eye, and your mind wanders. You try to imagine what this place looked like before the collapse. All ordered rows of crops, corporate pleasure gardens, glowing farm stacks. Now it is a wilderness, a strange overgrown biosphere bordered by the void of space. You smile despite everything. It seems like an improvement. Sleeper, Ankita's hiss brings you back out of your reverie. He in the collapsed stack? I think so. She gives you a look, you better be right. Well, there's no way I'm following that trail. If he's up there, he'll have eyes on that for sure. She glances around the landscape. Let's keep to the undergrowth, work our way around. She heads off towards the central spine of the Greenway with you following close behind. It is slow going there, where the overgrowth meets the metal wall, but it is so concealed that you can barely see the glass roof. High above, Ankita somehow seems to know where to go. Ankita works her way through dense undergrowth, pushing aside branches and fronds. It is exhausting, you desperately want to rest, but Ankita shows no signs of lighting up. Up ahead there is a faint glow from the collapsed stack. Ankita leads you around the side to a broken tank. You both step through the opening, trying to avoid the broken glass, then sit among the moss and algae. You work your way up the slanted tank, Ankita setting a deliberate pace. Somewhere water drips, and you swear you hear a bird song. Hanging plants catch the light, coloring the place in a pale, sickly green. Ankita reaches the edge of the tank where it meets the central drum and holds up a hand for you to stop. You inch forward and look over the edge. The vast drum is like a cistern with plants growing on all sides and wet, mossy islands At its base, it is beautiful, and for a moment, you can't see anything but tones of green. Then you see the sleeper. In a faint circle of light descending down through the drum, the sleeper lies slumped at an odd angle. Damn, another sweeper. He just like me for real. They are surrounded by crates, and beside them, on one of the mossy islands, there is an object, a cylinder set on a tarp. It is connected to the sleeper's head. You flinch. Are they one of the others? One of the ones that escaped with you? You squint, trying to recognize them. They are twisted, broken open. Wrong. You look away. And Kia doesn't look at you. She doesn't look at the sleeper. She fixes her eyes on the object. That's Amber's ship mine, she says, and you suddenly recognize the cylinder. Wait. You turn to Ankita to speak, but she is already gone. She drops off the edge of the tank and lands on one of the mossy islands, her armor laying out a hiss as it absorbs the impact. The shot hits her shoulder piece, the ceramic armor cracking, but holding as she braces into the impact. Then she launches herself forward, the now activated armor launching her across the drum. Another shot goes wide before she reaches the cover of the crates beside the sleeper. Shit, you hear the shout from one of the tanks high on the far wall. Kitty reaches over and wraps a hand around the thick connection between the ship mine and the sleeper. What is she doing? You better come down here or I'll rip this right out of their head. She screams at the wall of tanks. You shiver at the suggestion. Stop! Quiet, sleeper, Ankita shouts. Shot rips through the moss beside you, filling your vision with green. The shooter must be somewhere on the other side of the tank. Do that again, I swear to God, I'll tear their head off, Ankita shouts to them. Sleeper, you stay down. There's a long pause. All you can hear is the dripping of the water running down the walls of the drum. Then Ashton calls out, "Oh, calm me down, Ankita. Don't do anything stupid, for God's sake." Ooh, okay. He's doing something to the sleeper. He appears at the far side of the drum, stepping through the shallow water, rifle raised above his head. Drop the gun, Ankita shouts. He throws it down onto the moss. As you lean out to watch, you see him catch your eye, clocking your presence. What are you up to here, Ashton, you sicko? She stands, keeping her sidearm trained on his head. You ripped my ship mine for what? Some freakish experiment? Ashton approaches with shaking hands, his eyes now fixed on the connecting bundle of wires that Ankita still has hold of. Steady, Akita, it isn't like that. I needed the ship mine. You have to understand they would have died without it, so it's still alive. What are you talking about? I don't give a shit why you ripped my ship mine and crippled my ship. I should put you down right now. She tightens her grip on the connection. Typical of you, Ankita. No curiosity? Ashton smiles shakily. That's why I never asked for it, for your help. You only look after yourself. He nods at you. That sleeper up there, they're just bait, right? To draw me out? Kira sucks a breath in. Are you trying to give me more reasons to shoot you? I love them, Ankita. Ashton looks at the crumpled sleeper. I love them and they were going to die. I knew you would never understand that. He starts closing the gap between himself and Ankita now, slowly inching forward. Don't do that, Ashton, Ankita snarls. Don't do that. Let the wires go, Ankita. Let us go. If you don't get out of my way, he inches closer. Please. Can't let you take it, Ashton. Ankita hardens her stare. You stole it from me. You left me for dead. She shakes her head. You think I'm going to trust you after all that? I need it, Ankita. I need them to survive. Ashton is in reach of the sleeper now, of Ankita. I'm going to take them now, Ankita. He raises a hand. I'm going to take the ship mine and go. Ankita loosens her grip on the connection a little. Her hand is shaking now. Stop, Ashton. She lowers the gun a little. Stop. Seeing her drop her guard, he makes his move. Blur movement, a struggle, a shot, another. You recoil back behind the edge as they ricochet around the inside of the drum, the sound deafening you. When you crawl back to the edge, Ashton is bleeding into the water. The red and the green, Ankita is standing at the center of the drum, the severed connection in her hand. The water drips endlessly, drip after drip after drip. Damn. I should not have called her. I should have went in alone. It was a mistake. You force yourself to look at the broken sleeper. There is no sign of life, of humanity. They are just another broken object among other broken objects, while all around, living things grow and thrive. And Ankita finally looks back at you, tears in her eyes. She begins to say something that might be sorry, but you are already gone. Damn, bro. She did the Moidas. It's Moida. Okay, and time to sleep. So if I go to repaired unit, first we end the cycle. We let the condition go down, and then stabilizer. Oh fuck. If I re-roll, will it give me the 2 dice I didn't get? Okay, so that's why you use it before you sleep then. Okay, Lemon Mina. There's no answer when you buzz Lem's unit, but the door is open. You push the door and find Mina sitting in the middle of the floor playing with Bun Bun. Hi Mina. Hi Robot, says Mina sullenly waving Bun Bun's paw without looking up. Where's Daddy? Mina doesn't respond. She walks Bun Bun across the floor, narrating quietly to herself. You look around the unit, it's a mess. Dishes and glasses on the side. Some of Mina's clothes pile up in the corner. Mina is sitting by her bag, which is spilled out across the floor, her drawing slate cracked and dark. Play with Mina. You sit down beside Mina and she turns away, taking Bun Bun with her. After a little, she turns back and you play together. She insists you both Bun Bun on a trip away, dragging the stuffed rabbit across counters and surfaces. You've just started to look at fixing Mina's cracked slate when Lem enters. Sleeper, what do you... He pauses and looks from you to Mina and back again. Never mind. He drops a bag by the door and slumps on the couch. Everything okay? Lem lets out a weak laugh. You forgot the past few cycles now too? Wish I was so lucky. He looks away at the open door. Look, now's not a good time. I want to help. Help? Unless you have a sidereal ticket or 2 on you, I don't think there's much you can do here. He pinches the bridge of his nose. You understand they never even put us on the list, right? I've been all around the rim looking for work, and I've run into more than a few from the crews. Turns out only longtime Havenage members were issued those Celis ID numbers. They never planned to consider us. Oh, this is some bullshit. Havenage say they didn't know that was what they were going to use to make the draw, and who knows, maybe Celis pulled the wool over their eyes. But what does it matter? All those hours in the yard for a hand-to-mouth wage and nothing else? He slams his hand to the sofa. You're giving up? Lem opens his mouth to respond, but stops himself. He looks at the open door again. They are moving the side rail up the hub now, you know. He says without meeting your eye, that's where it'll depart from. They're bringing in a ship with all their cryo-sleep pioneers and transferring them up there in microgravity before loading the crew. We could sneak aboard, we could steal a ticket. There's no tickets, I was joking before. Just those ID numbers, code to someone's identity, no stealing that. He looks over at Mina. Look, we'll be fine, we always have been, I just need a little time, he sighs. We had our hearts set on that trip is all. Mina comes over and climbs onto his lap, he smiles. What if I got you on board? I missed you these past few cycles, I missed that optimism. Lem strokes Mina's hair. Look, you want to go up to the hub and ask around, be my guest. I can't get up there with Mina down here, and I'm sure the side reel will bring in a crowd. But be careful, this kind of thing always attracts scammers and thieves. You find any way on board, you take it. You need help to get there, ask me. But for now, me and Meanie here are sticking to the eye. She looks up at him and smiles. I'll find a way for us all. Lem smiles but doesn't say anything. You stand to leave and Meanie grabs your hand, eager to give you one more smile. Then you are out back in the walkways of the low end, already thinking of plans to make this right. Okay, so I did fail one and miss a upgrade point, but I didn't lose the story. I just wasn't there for the whole crowd of bullcrap. Okay, I'm curious. Is Ankita up here? Did she leave? Oh, there's the Ambergris. Amber is docked here at a rickety old jetty, but she's still up. A note says, sleepers stay, I'll be ready soon. 2 days. Okay. I might not be here 2 days. I think if I get on ship, it'll end game. But I can get the tracker off before that, I think. Fang. Fang grids at you as the bay door slides open. Above and in the rest of the building, people are busy, frightened. They speak in hushed tones and organize endless meeting after endless meeting. Havenage have avoided a full-blown crisis for now, but change is coming. Fang is in good spirits and bellows you inside before you even have the chance to greet him. That was the slickest operation this station has seen. He hugs you firmly. You made my job easy. He shakes you by the shoulders. I'm so proud. And he smiles. I got to watch through the cameras as the Havenage security that weren't in on it assaulted the station. Fang smiled. One of them straight up just whacked Hardin with their pistol. It was beautiful. They have him? He's being held, yeah. He looks around. I think the idea is to use him as leverage with Conway, get them to back off. Maybe they'll exile him when they're done, or hand him over to some core authority. Fang shrugs. Now I know he won't be an issue. I'm going to be focusing on systems for a bit. He shakes his head, seeing as that's my actual job.